With Kevin, and here we go.
Hello.
Hey, how you doing?
What's up, man? How are you doing?
Oh, we're just out here in Pomona. Actually, nice and it's only about 90 out here, or 80. It's kind of cool.
Hey, it's not that hot outside, just in my room, because the man sweat is just brutal.
Oh, and those guys are getting old, aren't they? You got the Ataris in your bedroom?
The Ataris are here, and you I know you used to manage the Ataris.
I did. I used to, and they used to smell back then. Now.
You heard that? He said you used to smell back then. Chris Rowe looks nice. He's got a flannel on. He looks pretty clean.
Cool. We'll give him a few days out here, and he'll be dirty.
So, what are you going through right now in Pomona? I mean, you started the Warped Tour. You're getting ready for this 15th anniversary. What do you do the day before?
We have everyone checking in. I mean, it's been really chilled out here. Everyone's having a good time. I mean, I'm just sitting here catching up with Paul Tillett from Golden Voice when I used to work with him 12 years, for 12 years with Golden Voice doing shows. We're just talking about, tomorrow, and, we'll see who comes out. And, we have band meetings, we have manager, sponsor meetings. I'm trying to figure out how to get back into writing a schedule every night. It gets harder and harder as my brain gets more and more fried. But, it's good. We're kind of wrapping up. I mean, we rolled in here at 9 this morning, and it's just like a show day. We're kind of up, and everyone's heading off to get some dinner, and then a party tonight down at the Glass House, and then we'll get started tomorrow morning.
Now, JR was over at my house last night from Less Than Jake, and he wasn't too sure. He mentioned that this year there's only one main stage, and he was pretty sure that each band plays for 40 minutes. Is this true?
Yeah, we're giving the bands up to a chance to play 40 minutes. I mean, you got a lot of bands up on that stage that have been around a while, and though a lot of them will say, hey, Kevin, we don't mind. We'd play the 30-minute set for you to pay us for, but you know what? We've got a lot of history. You got Bad Religion, 25 years around. You've got Less Than Jake. You got the Ataris. These bands can get up there and play, 30 minutes of new stuff or 30 minutes of their old stuff that most people won't hear, but they're still making music, so they can play 10 minutes of new stuff.
Well, I mean, all joking aside, a lot of kids going were probably not even born when the Ataris first came out, so they're going to be seeing them for the first time.
Yeah, well, I think this year, you do see that with a lot of young kids. And, I mean, some people say, oh, those little kids shouldn't be allowed to come to the Warped Tour. And I think that's the biggest joke in the world. I think there's no better way to get turned on to live music than out here at the Warped Tour. It's fun, sunny environment. You see a lot of bands, and then you can decide who you want to go see next year in the clubs and venues that they're at.
No, I mean, I remember going as a kid seeing Eminem and seeing Kid Rock, and I feel like this year the diversity is back. And a lot of kids obviously don't like that, but hopefully they'll realize when they go to Warped Tour that that's what makes it so special.
Well, at least they're talking about it. I mean, I think there was a time but that's what punk rock is. Having an opinion. That's what I think. That's the biggest thing. And people are, I've been taking a little heat this year, and I'm like, I'm sorry. I think if you're not into it, stay home. I mean, I'm, as a music fan, want to walk around and check it out. I think no two stage, it's not going to sound alike. You're just going to wander around, and you may like some stuff, and you may not like something else, but all you have to do is walk next door, and it could be the best thing you've seen all day.
Now, are you still working on your country music festival?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I'm real excited about that. I spent some time I went down to Bonnaroo, and I got to meet Merle Haggard. Any guy in this that's been around the scene. That's someone who you really like to meet. I got to meet him. Listen, it's just a chance to listen to different music, and having people like Shooter Jennings now coming out and play Warped is going to be pretty cool.
So you're going real country. You're not just taking like Taylor Swift and that's it, putting her on the tour.
Oh no, not at all. I think you've got to look at there's a lot of guys out there. I think there's always going to be a history element, because I always believe you have to tie the history of any music you're working with together. Maybe someone like a Charlie Daniels, things like that. But there's a lot of guys out there like Jamie Johnson, Lady Antebellum, Randy Houser. I mean, they're basically guys that are getting in vans. They're driving around the country trying to build a fan base. Same as all the punk bands I grew up with. It's not just radio driven. Now it's about getting out and playing for the fans.
Do you think it's going to have the same structure as Warped Tour with all the many stages? And
I think we're going to have, it'll be multi-stages, but maybe, a hybrid of Warped and what we've been doing with that Mayhem Tour.
That's true. I forgot you working on that one, too.
Yeah, I'm a little busy right now.
Geez, so where do you stay every night? I mean, do you just have your own bus? Do you have to share the bus? Where do you go when the night's over?
I have my bus. I travel now. Once soon as Fat Mike got his own bus, then I felt I could. Because it would have been credible for me to have a bus. But once Fat Mike got one, I felt I could do it.
Well, you deserve it.
But I have a lot of friends that travel. I've people that come in and out, and everyone from clients. But like Mike Watt, comes out and rides with me for a couple days. So people. It's just a kind of a nice homer, place where, we're not distracting the people that have to work, on the tour every day, and I can get away from the tour every day and kind of just hang out with friends, listen to music, just kind of do my thing for 2 months.
Now, I've been on a few buses, nothing sexual, of course, and I've seen what they have in their in their back room. What does your bus look like? What do you have decorations?
I have my own. I have a full-size bed now. I'll admit it in the back, and I got 6 bunks on my bus. A lot of the buses have 12. But it's not too fancy. It works. We use it as a studio for the stuff we're doing out on the road. Meeting place, kind of place to escape. Don't really get, not too much decorations. We used to get those old Eagle buses and re-wallpaper them for the tour. That was one of our things we used to do, but I don't really go into that so much anymore.
Are you worried about having Under Oath and No Effects on the tour again together?
No.
Do you think anything's going to happen?
No.
What about
it only works the first time.
You think it's a little bit outdated? It won't be funny the second time around?
It won't be as funny. Mike will find someone else to pick on.
It might be the Millionaires.
Yeah, whatever. He'll pick the Millionaire. He'll find something. Or he'll start dating Jeffree Star. Who knows,
It might happen. I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.
Chris Rose says Broken Side.
Broken Side, I love that because everyone's been giving me a hard time about this, but you know what? At least people are talking about them. And, that's the one thing I'm saying, and it'll be funny because, it goes back like you said with Eminem. Everyone said they were going to turn their back on Eminem or throw rocks at Eminem, and I think you saw that show. I mean, people kind of got into Eminem when he got up there and did his thing.
It's safe to say you kind of discovered Eminem.
Yeah. Well, he was out. That was his first real national tour.
You did it. You made it happen, and you're still making it happen. So, thank you for bringing these artists to our attention.
It's gonna be fun. I think that, like you said, the diversity brings discussion.
Chris Rose says thanks for having us on the tour.
No, I'm looking forward to hanging out with those guys. I saw them briefly back at Bamboozle driving through the parking lot. I think they were off to South America or Europe or something 10 minutes later, so it'll be good to catch up for the next week or so with them.
And he said if you have any room in your bed, since he's touring in a van, he wants to jump in there.
Sorry, guys, it won't get you a better set time.
No better set time for you. 11:30 every morning. Hey, are you expecting a lot of Michael Jackson covers tomorrow at Warped Tour?
Well, I don't know if bands could put that together, and all joking aside, the guy did have a lot of impact on whatever music he was out there doing, and it was crazy because he was making this point, trying to come back and do these shows, and I'm thinking about him a little. Don't really know, but there was 200 people out working trying to put a tour together for him right now that probably don't are out of work now. I mean, maybe I'm relating it to work, but he was employing people again.
Jeez, that's true. I didn't think about it like that.
They've been getting ready for those shows. He was starting a couple of weeks, and 200 more people going to be on the unemployment line. Kind of a bummer.
Man, anything else you want to tell us at home before you go about the Warped Tour this summer?
If you like it, come on out. If you want to check it out, come on out. If you think it sucks, stay home.
And don't throw things at Broken Side.
No, whatever. They'll get. It makes a band quicker if you throw a few things at them,
Hey,
someone tried to actually throw a bottle of Katy Perry, and she dodged that thing like crazy last year. She was great.
That's awesome. Hey, I look forward to meeting you on Sunday, so thanks for calling in.
All right, I'll see you up in Ventura.
Take care, man.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Done.